Thank you for watching. Now, in the past couple of videos you have perhaps seen me build this camera car. So this is an Axial SCX102 Version2. I don't want to talk about this car again. I did notice that I messed up one thing. That's the pricing of the gimbal. So I said, I think in the video, that this gimbal is 200 bucks. It isn't. I came to the conclusion, when I did order it, it was 200 bucks, but I came to the conclusion that right now they actually have a newer version out, which only costs 125 bucks. So that's out of the way. Now, getting stabilized footage is really, I think, pretty important, especially when you're out shooting some running video. It's nice to slow down, stabilize shots. Having a gimbal is really handy to do that. I know that the GoPro came out with, I believe the thing is called the Karma. I'm not sure if that's like the entire drone or if they refer to that handle like that. I have, for example, the DJI Osmo. I will get into that, but for all of my regular footage that I'm shooting over here in the living room, I know there's a lot of RC YouTubers who claim that they have a studio, but I mean, we're all just shooting in our shed, our basement, or in our living room. I shoot in my living room. For all of my living room shooting up to now, I have been using a Canon T2i for a Rebel T2i for most part. I changed that one out a couple of weeks ago. I mean, cameras evolve so quickly, and the Rebel is a great camera. Don't let anybody trick you into thinking that it isn't. But it doesn't have good autofocus, so it does a lot of focus hunting if you put it in autofocus mode. Plus, it's not stabilized. It does have an in-lens stabilizer, but it's really not all that great. There's a lot of new cameras out these days, mirrorless cameras that shoot in full frame, and they have like 5-axis image stabilization. One of those cameras is the Sony A7ii. You see that one over here. Also works better in low light. It's just a whole new generation of camera, higher frame rate. You name it, this thing is really super dope, and I can't even start explaining how happy I am with this camera. Now, stabilized footage. I had my DJI Osmo, or I still have it, because I absolutely love this thing. If I just want to go out, shoot some footage, and it's a sunny day, because that's really important, this thing is awesome. It has served me really well. I've been using it for well over a year right now. All of my Vegas footage, for example, that you perhaps have seen a couple of months ago. So from Vegas and from Supai, I've shot most of that using this DJI Osmo. The only downside is the audio really sucks, and in low light it's really not that good of a camera, so there it really pixelates and the footage gets really noisy. I hope all of that makes sense. I just want to give you a tiny bit of a glimpse of what I shoot with, and I mean, video stuff is really also a passion of mine. So this is a great camera, but you're really depending on some sunny conditions or good light at least to get some great footage with it. And for example, event purposes, so if you want to talk to somebody and actually pick up what they're saying, not a chance in hell that you're gonna do a good job with this one. Now, you can of course put this accessory thing on the side, put this big Rode mic on it that I'm using on the T2i currently to film this, but you end up with something that looks really weird, because it almost looks like you're shoving a dildo in somebody's face. Those Rode mics are really big. I'll make sure to include a frame of a Rode mic. Then you kind of think, I think you kind of know what I'm talking about. So this thing, really nice, but it has its limitations. Now, if I want to have stabilized footage with my new full frame camera, there's a couple of options out there. One of them is a DJI Ronin. The Ronin recently dropped in price, but it's a massive rig, and it comes with this huge chunky suitcase. And I think the biggest downside is it needs a whole lot of calibration, and the minute you put it down you need to recalibrate it. Recalibrating it happens on a stand, so you need to put this whole stand together with like one hand, hang your camera from it, open an app, recalibrate it, and the worst thing is also battery life. 1 to 2 hours and then it's completely flat. So yeah, that's a bit of a headache. Also, I do a lot of traveling. I don't want to be stuck with a massive suitcase, and those DJI Ronins, they do come with a massive suitcase. So I was looking into what else FeiyuTech has to offer, because FeiyuTech makes this mini 3D gimbal, and been reading some reviews. A lot of people, a lot of professional videographers, like wedding videographers, those kind of guys. I mean, I'm originally a carpenter, so I don't know jack shit about videography other than what I'm teaching myself throughout all these years on YouTube. But a lot of people say the FeiyuTech MG Version2 is a really good one. So I was like, okay, I'll check that out. And well, I've been having a look at it right now. It is indeed pretty freaking awesome. This is the box, so it is really not huge. On the back you see that there's a couple of different modes to set it up, so you can do like low slung, double handle. I basically have all of the items right here right now. You can invert it, it's really easy. You can even use it as like a selfie mode type of a thing. So yeah, and it's compact, that's really important. And what I think is really important, it doesn't require any calibration. So the minute you turn it on, it will center the camera, you're good to go. And it comes with this compact case. This case basically has all the items that you need, so it looks like this takes a ton of assembly. I'm pretty sure that once I get the hang of it, this will be over in a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And that's the complete time that you need to set it up. It comes with 2 sets of batteries, and one set of batteries lasts you around 6 hours, so that's really impressive. And I mean, I can take this with me when I'm out traveling. Everything is aluminum, and it's even cheaper than the DJI Ronin, and people say that it's way more user-friendly. So I guess we will find that out. There's not a whole lot required to set this up initially. The only thing you need to do is you want to sort of balance your camera. So there's like a big ring over here, one in the back and one on the side, and then apart from that you just need to make sure that your camera sits on the base plate sort of balanced. But I mean, that's quite easy to figure out. And then once it hangs sort of like this, I mean, it could be that I need to fine-tune this a tad more, but you're all good to go. You don't need an app to calibrate it or anything. If you're not familiar with the intuitiveness of the DJI Osmo, I will briefly demonstrate it to you. This is where you hook up your phone so you actually can see what you're doing. Then to unlock it, you twist the gimbal like this, then you twist it like this, and then there's a button here on the side just to make sure that everything is like free and that it all can move as it's supposed to do. Then you have this on-off switch on the side. Pull that, and you see that it sort of like weirds out for a minute just to figure out its orientation. There you go. Well, I got the lens cap on, but I think you get the idea. So there's a trigger on the front over here. If you pull it twice, it will recenter. So right now it's just sort of like doing its thing, panning and tilting. Double tap recenters everything. Triple tap puts it in selfie mode, and triple tap again turns it back, or you can double tap it, because then it will just do the whole recenter thing, and there it's good to go. If you pull the trigger, that's where it locks, so that's where it keeps the camera pointed in the exact same direction at all times. And then you have, of course, the joystick, which allows you to manipulate the gimbal. So all of that is pretty much self-explaining. Now turn it off, then you need to lock everything back up again. Again, this is really easy for when you're out traveling, but low lights, not that good, and also the audio quality of it kind of sucks. This thing also operates with a tapping function. I still need to figure out what it is exactly, because this one says single tap. Panning mode, lock mode, so that's where the camera will stay pointed in the same direction. Double tap, panning and tilting mode. Triple tap, we'll put it in selfie mode, so 180 degrees rotation. Quadruple tap will reset everything. Long press for 1 second will put it in standby, and a long press for 3 seconds will power it off. And then you have, of course, the joystick to sort of like move it around. Now the cool thing with this gimbal is that it's a full 360 degree gimbal. So I will just turn it on, and you can see with the indicator light on the back that it is turned on. So right now it just sort of like free flows. Right now this is with it being locked in one position. Then you can double tap it. That's where it pans up and down. go back to single tap. That's where it will keep it level. Triple tap it, 180-degree turn. And 4 taps puts it back where it was into the default mode. Pressing this one, 3 seconds, you see a red indicator light on the back and it is off, and I can just put it down. I don't have to worry about recalibrating it, nothing. I think that I will take it out just quickly. I know that people also want to see how this gimbal works on the back of the car. So I'm going to test that. I'm going to test this whole setup prior to leaving for Florida and Puerto Rico. And well, I hope this was sort of informative. So this thing really, it doesn't break the bank. It's awesome. The color is awesome. It's my favorite color. Champagne anodized aluminum and flat black. And I don't know, I hope it gives you a bit more of an insight of the stuff that I use to create these videos. And I don't know, also explain my passion about videography a tiny bit. Well, that wraps it up. If you want to have more information about this FeiyuTech MG Version2 gimbal, it will be in the video description box. I will put a link there to the FeiyuTech website. Again, they're constantly updating the product range, obviously, because I didn't even know that they had a new mini 3D gimbal out. but this thing works flawlessly, and well, so does this MG version 2. So go have a look over there if you are interested in videography. All the other links, if you want to follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, those links will be in the video description. I also put a link over there to the truck, to the Axial SCX102 version 2, and to the events that I will be visiting, so Florida and Puerto Rico. Maybe I will even see you there. That would be really cool. Remember, if you have not subscribed yet, to hit that subscribe button and the bell. Subscribing is free, doesn't cost any money. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments box and we'll make sure to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.
Back on.